What's up with you guys, man? It's your boy Trey Rue here with a brand new YouTube video. Today's gonna be a simple video, kind of just an update on what's been going on with me and whatnot. And I also wanted to do top 10 plugins and my 2 favorite DAWs to use. My fault, I'm looking at the camera. Reason I haven't been uploading videos and doing live streams because we recently just moved into a new house. After coming back from our trip from Atlanta, we ended up having a flood in our apartment, so we had to move out due to that. And you know, thank God that we ended up finding a new house in time for us to be able to move in a timely fashion. And yeah, so now I got a new house, new dedicated studio area. I'm probably gonna get some soundproofing and acoustic treatment up here real soon, so that when I start back doing these live streams and stuff, you guys can tap in and you can hear how crispy everything sounds. That's the main goal right now. Also, just got a new camera. Got 2 new cameras actually since the last time I spoke with you guys. I got the red Komodo and the Ursa Mini Pro G2, which is a Blackmagic camera. All right, so now top 10 plugins. I want to say my first most used plugin would be the UAD, the Distressor, the Imperial Labs Distressor. That's the name of it. I drew a blank there, you guys. It's one of my favorite compressors. I use it on not almost. I use it on every track that I mix, that I record. You know, that's like my go-to when running the Apollo here. Definitely top tier when it comes to plugins. That's my number 1 favorite. I'm gonna put the put it over my face for you guys so that way you can see what plugin I'm talking about. My second most used plugin would probably be the Neve 1073. Neve 1073 by Universal Audio. Real good preamp. I used it a lot on my first album that I put out, Any Day Now. Shameless plug. Wait, no, I lied. I didn't put it on Any Day Now. I think what I used, the preamp that I used on Any Day Now was the Manley Vox box. I didn't have the 1073 yet, so I lied. But the Neve 1073 is what I used on a lot of projects. My brother Strovelli, I used it on his project, Good Spirits 2. It gives you that grit and that warmth that you would usually try to get out of analog preamps. That's the second most used plugin that I own. I want to say the third most used plugin that I own would be the Universal Audio Studer. I believe I'm saying it right. I should have took notes, but I'm trying to be as transparent as ever with you guys. So, you know, take it or leave it. Yep, but the Universal Audio Studer, that's a tape emulation. I use that on every vocal. So it usually goes Neve 1073, Distressor, and then the Studer. Those are my top 3 used plugins, no matter what situation, unless I'm recording straight into Luna. And we'll get into Luna a little bit later. My 4th most used plugin I would want to say is the Bullatec EQ by Universal Audio. It's gonna be a lot of Universal Audio plugins, y'all. That's literally pretty much all I use besides like stuff for effects and whatnot. But the Bullatec EQ, I want to say it's I can't remember which one of them it is, but I'll pop it up on the screen now for you guys. And it's the one with just the high band and the low band. I want to say it's not the 3-stacked one. I think that's the Pro. It's just the one that you get when you buy the Universal Audio Classics Pro bundle or Classics Plus. It's one of those 2. Can't really remember just doing it off the top of my head like this. I really should have took notes. My 5th most used plugin would be HDelay from Waves. Man, I use it on almost every mix. I think I look like recently just stopped using it because I bought all of the plugins from Universal Audio, but I still use it from time to time, like when I'm doing like little freestyles or whatnot. So you guys will see that more and more when I start back doing the videos on mixing and whatnot. And that's just a simple tape delay. It got the ping pong. That's one of the reasons why I really use it, where it goes back and forth through the headset. It'll go left, right, depending on how far you got the feedback knob up. And that's that's like a real good delay plugin for beginners. You can, once you set your BPM in the program and whatnot, you can go in and you can do it like that and have it to where it's already synced up. And once you kind of figure out, you know, your BPMs and stuff, you can start playing with your reverb delay, the reverb time and stuff when you mess around with the HDelay, because of the way they have the BPM, and then you can go to the milliseconds to get the actual reverb time and whatnot. That was 5. So my 6 most used plugin would have to be, I want to say AutoTune. I don't use it a lot, but I use it for most of the songs that I'm doing where I'm kind of like harmonizing and stuff. But I'm pretty sure everybody uses AutoTune. So yeah, AutoTune would be my 6th most used plugin. Doesn't matter which AutoTune it is. I know how to use all of them. And you guys, if you don't know how to use it, I'll link it up here in the top. I got a video on it. Yeah, shameless plug again, where I teach you how I go about using AutoTune the easiest way possible. Number 7. My 7 most used plugin would probably have to be, what is my 7th most used plugin? Oh, Valhalla Vintage Verb. Valhalla Vintage Verb. That's my favorite reverb of all time. I recently just picked up some UAD reverbs, and I still go back to using the Valhalla just because I like how wide and distant it make everything sound. If you can get your hands on the Valhalla Vintage Verb, I think that's what it's called, Valhalla Vintage Verb. I'm pop it up on the screen, boom. It's orange, and then you got like a bunch of different things you can go through and change the background, and that's really just one of those ones you just slap on and it's automatic sauce. So yeah, that's, I'm giving y'all the sauce right there. 8. My 8 most used plugin would have to be Fab Filter Pro Q3 or Pro Q2. It don't matter which one. They both kind of do the same thing. I got 3 right now, so I'm going to go with, you know, the Fab Filter Pro Q3. Best EQ out. I think the only other EQ that I use for real when it comes to like surgical EQing and cutting out lows and stuff would be the Logic bass one. But other than that, I'm using Fab Filter all the time. My 9th most used plugin would be the TubeTech compressor. I can't remember which one it is. It's the CL1B Mark II, I believe, though. It's the darker blue one, not the lighter blue one, the older one. It's the newer one. And it's by UAD as well. This is one of those plugins I use on every single track. I'm trying to get in the habit of using more and more different plugins, but when it sound good, you know, why bother? The TubeTech is definitely one of those plugins that I use pretty much on every mix. Another good compressor, just kind of like Distressor, but it got a little bit more warmth to it than the Distressor does. So check that one out if you haven't already. And my 10th most used plugin would have to be the Teletronix LA2A Silver by Universal Audio. And this was one of the plugins that I got first, so it should have been like in the top 5, but I kind of laid back on using it once I got the Distressor, once I got the TubeTech, but it's still on my chain till this day. And that's just a real simple 2-knob compressor. Sure Waves got a version of it out themselves, so I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about when you see it. It's literally just 2 knobs and then the VU meter in the middle, and that's one of those golden compressors right there. It's a bunch of different ones that UAD got, but the silver is the one that I use the most. I think I used the Legacy version before I bought the silver, and the Legacy was cool, but the silver gives it that that you need when it comes to mixing. So now let's get into my favorite 2 DAWs. So my favorite 2 DAWs, I'ma cheat. We're gonna do, I'ma say 3 just because of an honorable mention, but my favorite 2 DAWs would have to be Luna by Universal Audio, and we're gonna get into that later on. Well, right after I tell you what the second one is. And my second favorite DAW would be Ableton. Luna is a new DAW. Well, you can't even call it a DAW, because they call it the recording system. So Luna recording system is what I record in when it comes to tracking vocals. So when somebody comes over and they want to record with me, I'm pulling up Luna. I don't care what you used to recording in. None of that. We recording in Luna. Nah, I'm just playing. If you want to record in something else, we can record in that. But Luna is my DAW of choice. Just because of the tape emulations they got built into it. You know, I don't have to use DSP running the Studer 45 times or the Oxide 45 times on your vocals and stuff. Even though I can record it in too, but you know, we're not talking about that right now. So the tape emulations, then they got a bunch of the console emulations. They just added a bunch of summing emulations. We got the Neve, the API, and I think that's it right now. Just the Neve and the API. I think those are two. Yeah, yep, those are two we got. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make some more because they just keep releasing them. Then they just added the API console into the program itself too. So now you could go through and use all the stuff that you would usually on the API console if you used to using the API preamp that they got. It basically takes that and puts it into the DAW for you to use instead of having to use your DSP over and over and over. So yeah, that's definitely dope. And I just like the simplicity of Luna. You know, the way it looks, man. Just the way it looks is just beautiful to me. And I'm one of those. I'm all about aesthetics, man. Like if a DAW look good to me, or if a plugin look good to me, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna use it just because. And you know, when I pull some up, people be like, man, what program is that, man? I'll be like, yeah, this Luna, this from Universal Audio, man. But the thing about Luna is you can't use it if you don't have an Apollo system, which I got satellites. I got the Apollo X8 and I got the Apollo Twin. So I'm racked up when it comes to Apollo stuff. So yeah, you guys will probably see more videos of me using Luna here real soon. I think I recorded a video, just haven't uploaded it yet. So I'll get that up sometime this week so you guys can check that out. And my favorite other DAW to use would be Ableton. Now, Ableton I used to make my beats. And I used to make my beats in Logic. And I know a lot of people out there are FL users, this, and this, but I just cannot get with the FL wave, dog. It's too tedious, you know, doing the patterns. You got to go through and change the pattern numbers up. You can't just go through and click on the MIDI region and just change it up like that. Unless I'm just doing something wrong. So you guys in the comments, let me know if I'm doing something wrong with FL, and I start doing FL videos or something. You guys can help me out with that. But from last year till now, I've been using Ableton. Not last year, from like 3 years ago till now, I've been using Ableton, and Ableton just works for me. I love the time stretching. I got the push tool, so I can do my sampling and stuff. I got the MPC, and they work together with the Ableton integration inside of the MPC. So it's just, Ableton is just that thing for me. I can even record in Ableton after I done made the beat and then send everything over to Luna. It's just, everything just works together fine. And then the sound that comes out of both of those programs, Luna and Ableton, is like top notch, especially Luna. So yeah, if you see me out and you know, don't try to crack on me because I don't use FL, man. I'm an Ableton baby. I got the Ableton Push 2, and that's like butter. I think I made the whole Any Day Now album. Another shameless plug since I fucked up the first one. Yeah. Made that whole album on the Push 2 in Ableton. So, yep. And that's pretty much it, man. Gonna try to get some tutorials and stuff up here real soon for you guys, and you know, we'll be able to go from there, keep the ball rolling. I'm gonna try to find some kind of way to either use this camera or the Ursa to get these live streams back up and running. I could use my Fuji, but I have to buy an adapter for that, and I gotta buy an adapter for one of these two. So whichever one, you know, I come across first, it's probably the one I'm gonna end up using. I might just go ahead and use the Fuji just because it has the autofocus system, and the lens I got is pretty fast. so that way I don't have to worry about if I'm in focus or not. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you didn't like the video or you want to just roast me or something. You know, I'll probably respond back. Ain't no promise on it, but yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Got some work to do. Gotta mix this this audio and stuff for this, 'cause this is my first time trying it. Let me know how the audio sounds. If not, I'll just go back to using the Shure mic. Got my boom mic here. And let me know how you guys like the quality from the Red, man. Peace out.